Asterisk Jungkook grits his teeth. His grip on the chair's armrests, white-knuckled. He can smell Jimin's cologne. So close, so distracting. The taunt in Jimin's voice only makes it harder. His pulse thrums, all that tension, all that anger, and suppressed desire building to a boiling point. Asterisk Jimin is pushing all his buttons on purpose. You don't want to know. Asterisk Jungkook warns, but it comes out more of a growl. He's holding on by a thread. Asterisk try me. Asterisk Jimin whispers, eyes locked onto Jungkook's, daring him. There's no fear in his gaze, just challenge, hunger, thinly veiled beneath that bratty smirk. Asterisk Jungkook exhales sharply, then moves. Asterisk the next moment, Jungkook's hands are on him. One hand grips the back of Jimin's neck firm, possessive, while the other presses against his chest to pin him to the chair. It's not violent, but it's asterisk, forceful asterisk, and there's no escape. Like this. Asterisk Jungkook growls close to his ear. Asterisk, you wanted a reaction. I'll give you one. Asterisk, his breath is hot on Jimin's skin. A heartbeat passes. And then he pulls back just enough to glare into those wide eyes. You think this is fun? That you can just toy with me and walk away unscathed? Asterisk Jimin doesn't speak. For once, he's speechless, chest rising fast, pulse visible at his throat. And for all his bravado, he doesn't try to move. Asterisk Jimin's breathing quickens, his heart racing as Jungkook's hand grips the back of his neck, his other hand pinning him to the chair. And there's no escape, no space to move, no room to breathe. Asterisk, but it's the heat in Jungkook's eyes, the low growl in his voice, that really has him pinned. Asterisk, he shivers, his bravado gone. For once, he's just as affected as Jungkook is. Asterisk, he swallows hard, breathing quick and shallow. And no, asterisk, not fun. Seriously not. Asterisk, Jungkook lets out a low, rough laugh at the effect he's having on Jimin. It's almost primal. The way his hand tightens on the back of Jimin's neck, the other pressing down on his chest, keeping him pinned, restrained. His gaze is intense, watching Jimin closely, noting every shudder, every flutter of those pretty lashes. You don't look so cocky now. Asterisk, he murmurs, his voice rough and gravelly. Asterisk, all that sass, that teasing, where'd it go? Asterisk, Jimin's breath hitches at Jungkook's words, his chest rising and falling rapidly. The smirk he usually wears is gone, replaced by something far more vulnerable. He swallows hard, his lips parting as if to speak, but no words come out. Asterisk, his hands grip the edge of the chair beneath him, fingers tense, and despite everything, the fear, the arousal, he doesn't try to pull away. Still here. Asterisk, he manages finally. Asterisk, just waiting for you to do more. Asterisk, Jungkook narrows his eyes at Jimin's words. The audacity of this goddamn brat. He leans in closer, his grip tightening on Jimin's neck, not to hurt, but to command. Is that a challenge? Asterisk, he whispers, his breath warm against Jimin's ear. You want more. Asterisk, his other hand, the one pinning Jimin's chest, slides lower, fingers splayed out across his torso, pressing in, tracing the line of his shirt, feeling his heart pound beneath. Asterisk, Jimin sucks in a sharp breath, his chest seizing beneath Jungkook's hand. His pulse is racing, his mind spinning. He's practically panting now, his lips parted, trying to catch his breath. The way Jungkook's holding him, so dominant asterisk. He wants to hate it, to resist, but he can't. Why, yes, asterisk, he breathes, his voice thick with something like need. I want more, asterisk, his eyes flutters, his gaze locked onto Jungkook's, daring him to see just how desperate he really is. Jungkook's gaze hardens at Jimin's words, low, needy, desperate. He feels every shiver, every hitch in his breath, and it only fuels that fire in his gut, that hunger, that need to be the one in control, the one making Jimin like this. He lets his hand slide lower, tracing the line of Jimin's hip, teasing, possessive. That's a dangerous thing to say. Asterisk, he murmurs, his voice a low growl. Asterisk, you have no idea what you're asking for. Jimin's breath hitches at the touch, his body responding immediately, and Jungkook can clearly see the effect he's having on him. The flush in his cheeks, the way his hips shift just slightly, a desperate little motion. He swallows hard, trying to keep his breathing even, trying to maintain some semblance of composure. I know exactly what I'm asking for, asterisk, he retorts, and his voice is rough, breathless. I'm not afraid of you, boss, snorts a low, mocking sound. Jimin is still trying to be cocky, still defiant, even as his body betrays him, shivering at his touch. You should be, asterisk, Jungkook murmurs, his hand slipping underneath Jimin's shirt, sliding up his side. His palm is hot against Jimin's skin, fingers tracing the line of his ribs. I could break you, you know, make you beg, make you mine. Asterisk, Jimin's breath hitches sharply, a shiver running through his body. At the heat of Jungkook's hand on his bare skin, his fingers dig into the armrests of the chair, knuckles turning white. But despite the way his pulse races and his chest rises fast, he doesn't pull away. Do it, asterisk, he whispers, voice trembling, just barely holding onto that defiant edge. If you think you can, asterisk, his eyes flicker up to Jungkook's, daring him again, challenging him. Even as he trembles beneath those skilled hands, Jungkook's eyes darken at the challenge. The way Jimin is looking at him, defiant and yet so clearly affected, it's driving him crazy. His hand slides higher, his touch leaving a trail of fire on Jimin's skin. He can feel Jimin's heart pounding, his breaths coming quick, but he's not fighting it. He's not resisting. He's submitting, and asterisk, 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 he wants it. Jungkook's voice is low, rough, a guttural growl. Be careful what you wish for, pretty boy. Asterisk, Jungkook's hand slides higher, just beneath Jimin's ribs, fingertips skimming the edge of his side. A teasing pause. Then he leans in, voice dropping to a whisper that curls hot against Jimin's ear. You keep pushing, like you want me to ruin you. Asterisk, Jimin shivers at the words, a soft gasp escaping his lips. He can feel the heat pool in his gut, his pulse racing, but he won't back down. He won't let Jungkook win. Not that easily. Even as he trembles, he meets Jungkook's gaze, defiance in his eyes. I can handle it, asterisk, he breathes. You don't scare me, asterisk, his hands flex on the chair, knuckles white, gripping on for dear life. But he doesn't pull away. He wants this. Asterisk, asterisk, Jungkook's eyes darken further, a dangerous gleam in them. The way Jimin's responding, the way he's gripping the chair, trembling, yet still so damn defiant. Jungkook wants to break that defiance, to make him submit. He leans closer, his hand sliding higher, fingers spreading across Jimin's chest. "You're shaking." Asterisk, he whispers, voice low, rough. "Are you sure you can handle it? You're barely holding on right now." Asterisk, Jimin swallows hard, his chest rising quickly underneath Jungkook's hand. He's losing himself in the way he feels the heat in his gut, the shiver up his spine. He can't let himself go down so easily. He bites his lip, a soft, needy sound escaping. Then he meets Jungkook's gaze, eyes dark and defiant, voice a shaky whisper. I can handle it." Asterisk, his breathing is ragged, his fingers gripping tight on the chair. A desperate little sound escapes him. Jungkook's eyes darken further, the sound of Jimin's desperate whimper going straight to his groin. He can feel the tension in Jimin's body, the way he's straining to hold on. And damn it, he wants nothing more than to see him break. "You're a stubborn little bast." Asterisk, Ard. "You know that." Asterisk, he murmurs, voice thick with need, his hand still pressed against Jimin's chest. Jimin's breath catches, his chest rising and falling rapidly. His head is starting to spin, every nerve ending alive and thrumming. But he won't give in. He won't let Jungkook see how much he wants this. His body might be betraying him, but he holds on to that last bit of defiance. "Yeah, and you're an ass." Asterisk, he manages, voice low and breathless. "An ass who thinks he can break me." Asterisk, Jungkook's eyes flash at Jimin's defiant words, a smirk tugging at his lips. The brat just won't break, even as he trembles under his touch. It only makes Jungkook want to push him more, to make him unravel completely. "You're right." Asterisk, he murmurs, voice low and rough. "I am an ass." Asterisk, his hand slides up slowly, fingertips grazing the sensitive skin of Jimin's side, until he finds the peak of his hip bone. Then he presses down slightly with his thumb. "But you like it." Asterisk, Jimin gasps sharply at the pressure, his hips jerking involuntarily. The sensation is electric, sending a jolt straight through him. His breath hitches, his body trembling under Jungkook's touch. I don't." Asterisk, he stutters, trying to regain composure. Asterisk, "You don't know what I like." Asterisk, but the lie is obvious in the way his voice breaks, in the desperate arch of his back. His fingers dig into the armrests even harder. Jungkook's smirk widens, his eyes locked on Jimin's face, the way he's struggling to hold on. The sound of that ragged breath. Jungkook's drinking it in, enjoying every second of this. His hand is still pressed tightly on Jimin's hip, thumb still making little circles. "Bullshit." Asterisk, he growls softly, his voice a dangerous whisper. Asterisk, "I know damn well what you like." Asterisk, his words linger in the charged air, the tension thick as a physical force between them. Jimin's breath comes out in a shaky gasp, his body trembling under Jungkook's grip. He wants to retort, to keep fighting. But the way Jungkook is looking at him, speaking to him, it's too much. "You don't know." Asterisk, his voice cracks again, weak and trembling. "You don't." Asterisk, but before he can finish, his head tilts back slightly, exposing his neck, and a soft sound escapes him. Not quite a moan, but close enough. And for once, he doesn't fight it. Jungkook's eyes drop to the exposed line of Jimin's throat. the delicate pulse fluttering beneath his skin, that soft, breathless sound, that surrender sends a surge of heat straight through him. His grip tightens on Jimin's hip, possessive and firm, still pretending. Asterisk, he murmurs, voice rough with hunger. You're already mine. Asterisk, he leans in slowly, his breath warm against Jimin's neck, teasingly close to that pounding pulse. Just say it. Asterisk, Jimin shivers at Jungkook's closeness, his breath hitching as the words sink in. His body is trembling, every nerve alive with anticipation. He wants to resist, wants to keep that last shred of defiance. But it's slipping, fading. Asterisk, yours. Asterisk, he whispers finally, voice broken, breathless. I'm yours. Asterisk, the moment the words leave his lips, his head tilts further back, offering more, surrendering completely. And he waits. Asterisk, Jungkook lets out a low, satisfied growl at the surrender, those soft, breathy words hitting him like a drug. Jimin is his. Finally, asterisk, his lips hover just above the frantic pulse in Jimin's throat. A whisper of contact, nothing more. He can feel the rapid flutter beneath his breath. Good boy. Asterisk, he murmurs, voice thick with dark approval. Asterisk, now, let me show you what happens when you finally stop fighting me. Jimin's breath catches in his chest, heart racing so fast he can barely breathe. The tease of Jungkook's lips on his throat, so close, asterisk, barely asterisk, touching, is overwhelming, and the sound of his voice, asterisk, God, asterisk, 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 he swallows hard, his own words from before running through his mind. He tried to resist, to keep fighting, but it's like fighting a losing battle. He's lost. Show me, asterisk, he whispers, his eyes locking with Jungkook's. Please, asterisk, please, asterisk.